Hey everyone, Leo with Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our Dracula treat holder. Very simple, very quick, spooktacular little project. It's going to go together real quick. These are perfect for mass producing. Let's start off by putting together the little caption. We've got these three layers here. We're going to start by applying and gluing this red layer to the solid blue layer. Well, in my case, blue. You might have gone with a different color combo, and that's fine. Okay, just going to take that and match it up with the sides and the bottom and the top. Just like that. Okay, and then we'll take our trick or treat caption and pop that right on top. Now those little holes in the previous layer are to kind of fill in the middles of the A and the R, or the R's, I should say. There's more than one. And just go nice and light with the glue here. You don't need a lot. And just like we did the first time, just line that up. There you go. That sure beats putting down all those little letters individually, and it looks great. Okay, now let's take a look at this. This is our little container. Want to make sure you fold everything at the score marks. You should have 4 tabs. And I'm going to start off by putting glue on the heavier side here. So go ahead and apply your glue to that tab, and what I like to do is kind of push that glue out to the edge. Make sure you clean your finger off before you start grabbing this black paper, because this glue really likes to show up on black. Even though they say it dries clear, it does leave a little bit of a sheen that I'm trying to avoid. Okay, just like that. You can put that down on your table, give that one more little press just to speed things up, and then we'll just move right on to the next tab. You can see how quickly the container goes together. I think Dracula, I think all 3 of these characters would be probably, I'd say, what grade? Probably 3rd or 4th, maybe, the youngest I would go, just to make sure that they have the proper dexterity to work with little fine pieces. There are some finer pieces. I guess they could, do the larger pieces and you could work on the finer pieces, or just let them try the finer pieces. There's no harm in that. It might come out a little wonky, but that's okay. All right, so this side here, oops, I forgot to fold this side. Okay, tuck that in, line it up, and press that down. And if you have any excess glue, just rub it off before it becomes a nuisance. Okay, so we have that one little tab that's kind of in a little pickle of a spot. Throw your glue on there, grab yourself a scrap piece of paper, and just use that to spread it out. You'll avoid ripping this thing into shreds by trying to pull at it too much by wanting to get your finger in there. Okay, and just line that up right behind the adjacent wall and press that into place. You can take that and press down on your table, just like that. And there we go. The container is pretty much built. We're going to throw a little bit of glue right on the bottom and take this black piece and throw it right in there. And that's just going to help reinforce the bottom, make it a little bit stronger. Okay. Now you can take our little trick or treat, and you can see it's going to go right on the front. Just make sure you maintain an even border all the way around on all 4 sides. Go ahead and apply your glue. Nice and thin. Okay, and again, try to maintain that even border all the way around. And make sure you get it in the right spot so you don't have to move it around too much, because like I said, that glue really leaves a beautiful, that's sarcasm, beautiful residue on the black. Okay, there you go. All right, so let's put Drac together here. And we're going to start off, kind of goes from largest to smallest as far as the pieces go. So we've got this blue piece. We're going to put this purple piece on top of the blue. So just that little bit of blue right there peeks through. Okay, so let's flip this over and begin applying our glue. Nice and easy. Okay, try to make sure you get out as close to the edge as possible. And if you see any little areas that are starting to dry up, make sure you kind of go over it again, because otherwise you're going to have to clean it up. Okay. And just line that up as accurately as you can. Give that a little nudge. And I did a lot of strategic inking with all of these pieces, because most of this top part's going to be hidden. So I only inked here and here. Okay. You don't need to waste your time inking all of this if you decide to ink, because you don't need to. It's going to be all hidden by the next layer anyway. All right, so next we're going with the red layer. So let's take that, flip it over, and begin applying our glue. And the cool thing about these little characters, it's all solid cardstock. So you don't even need to pick out patterns, which makes things a lot easier. All right, line that up as accurately as you can. I'm kind of looking at his beautiful little hairdo up there as my guide for placement. There we go, we'll press that down. Perfect. And now we want the blue layer on top of the white like this, okay? So you can actually take and just glue down the white layer like so, right there. It's kind of curved. There we go. Definitely a fun little project to do with the kids. You can make a handful of these. I'm willing to bet someone's going to take and make a whole bunch of these for a classroom party or an office party. They go together pretty quick. I'm going to say maybe 10 minutes, 15 tops if you ink. So I noticed that his hair up here didn't get enough glue. I'll just take a scrap piece of paper like this and just kind of tuck it right in there where I didn't get enough glue and press that down. Give it a little extra love. Okay, next we're going to put our blue layer down. Then we'll finish it off with his hair, and then we've got some facial features and such that need to be applied, and that'll be a breeze. Okay. So just kind of continuing here to match it up with this top section. Here we go. Looking good. Did I not ink his face? Maybe not. Oh well. Too late now. All right, and finally his hair. Let's get his hair in place, and then we'll just put his little facial features in place, and he'll be done. Oh, we have a three-dimensional bow too, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna put that together. There we go. There's a nice little ear sticking out there. Perfect. Okay. Here I would definitely get out your little pick-me-up tool if you have one, and just need to make sure that we get the right one for his eyebrows there. There's his right eyebrow. Just pop it in there, make sure that it fits right. I think they're symmetrical. I think they're the exact, maybe not. Hard to say. And this one's gonna pop right in there like a little puzzle. I do the same thing with the other one. We have his little spooky mouth is gonna go in just a second. There we go. Pop that right into place. That's fitting so well, and I think it's because we have a brand new machine in production for this one, and it's I noticed that the one we were using for production before, well, things happen to it. It gets beat up, and you got to clean it out and yada yada. So we'll take this mouthpiece here and just line it up center and flat and flush with the bottom, and that will just kind of naturally create the little fangs there for you, just like that. And then we have two little eyeballs, and you can have them looking to the left or have them looking to the right. Just make sure that the little cutouts here are facing the same way, otherwise he's going to look kind of wonky. Okay, and just get that nice and centered like that. And then this one here again, you want that going relatively in the same direction. So make sure you kind of keep your eyes on that as you're putting it down. And we do have maybe a moment or two. It looks good. You can always rotate it a little bit if you need to. All right, so the 3D bow here. grab yourself a little dowel, probably one of the thinner dowels that you have, and what we're going to do is we're going to place the one of the loops between your finger and the dowel, take it and raise it up about 90 degrees, and then run the dowel through to start sort of shaping it on both sides. Don't yank on it too hard because you will rip it. Okay. So next, what we want to do, you'll notice there's little squares at the end of each of these, and there's also a little square in the center. We're going to put glue on the back of one of the squares, bring it in and press it onto the square in the center, and just hold that in place, just like that. Shouldn't take long. Same thing on the other side. Just a small little dot, nice and thin. Then bring that in and press that down right in the center and hold. Give that a few seconds to set. And there he has a beautiful, cute little bow tie. And you can either hot glue this, or I should be able to do it with just regular glue. Throw a little glue on there, and we're going to pop that right here where this little point is. You can kind of flare these up a little bit, give it some dimension, make sure you get it nice and centered, and maybe even use that dowel to help you push it into place. There you go. And then of course you can adorn that with a little rhinestone or something. But that's it for Drac. And now all we need to do is flip him over and apply the glue to the back of this and just get him glued onto and attached to the actual structure, our little treat holder. Just like that. And this is pretty straightforward. You're going to tuck that in, just match up his little cape. That's where I'm starting. The rest of it should just kind of fall into place. Once that's in there, make sure he's aligned properly there. And press it down all the way throughout. Okay, and if you want, it does kind of help just to kind of put him flat on your surface as you slide it in and press it down to get it aligned. But there he is, ready to go. And yeah, just need to fill him up with some treats. So anyway, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please take a moment and visit us on our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. While you're there, hit the little bell so you get notifications anytime we release a new product, whether it be paid or free. And if you make this or anything from our new Monster Mash bundle, I'd love to see it. So head over to your Facebook, do a search for Dreaming Tree Official. That's where you'll find myself and over 40,000 other dreamers that inspire us daily. So thanks again for hanging out with me, and I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos, and please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section, where you'll find over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly tutorials. I'll see you in the craft room.